Well, if you know anything about me, when I run into an issue, I like to find a solution. And last week I showed you the deck chairs and all the deck furniture, and there's only one alternative, and that's the stripper. So I got to thinking about that. And the thought of having to sand all of this or chemically strip these things is just, it would just probably be more beneficial to start over. But soda blasting. And what it does is it uses granulated baking soda. It's made by Arm & Hammer. So, me being me, I went out, checked it out on YouTube and whatever. It looked pretty promising. And they're talking about how you can strip wood and finish this with it, and it doesn't damage the wood. And I'm thinking, okay, this I gotta see. Well, they were right. Take a look.
Now, can you adjust that nozzle for a wider spray, or are you stuck with just that tiny?
I was going to explain. I've actually got a very small nozzle in there, and I've got the soda turned down. Because one of the things, soda's a little pricey.
It looks like it's been snowing out here.
Well, and somebody asked me about that, so well, what about the mess? It's baking soda. Take the water hose with the first good rain, gone.
Hey, if you need things clean, dump some vinegar on it, watch it bubble up and clean everything.
There you go. But now, I've done a little testing. It's not going to do rust. It's not going to take off a heavy coating. I had some pieces that I had in the finish building that we've used in finishing classes, and my goodness, they probably got 20 coats of water-based finish on them. It didn't care for that too much. But this is just some kind of, 1950s, whatever you call it. And, odds are it's a lacquer finish. And, most of your antiques will be lacquer, shellac, whatever, anything like that. And in the case of the deck chairs and whatever, they're just an oil finish. Super fancy. But you can buy a conversion kit, and this is Harbor Freight, and that's what we have. This says it's a sand blaster, but it's converted to a soda blaster. Now, one of the things on it that we had to do, because of we've got the big compressors and we've got it piped into 2 buildings, so they've got just a shut off here, and regulating the pressure on it I found to be very, very difficult. So I put a pressure regulator on it, and with sandblasting you want a fair amount of pressure, but as you noticed, I'm doing this with just this shield on. I got shorts on. So anyway, what I was explaining was it takes a pretty good size compressor. The other thing is you've got to keep the soda, and the same with sandblasting, dry. So you've got to have dry air.